Stop everything you are doing right now. I mean it. Put down your phone if you need to. Close that other tab. Turn off the television. What I am about to tell you in the next few minutes is not just important. It will define whether your son's future is saved or destroyed forever. My name is Michael, Archangel Michael, and I am here because someone you know, someone close to you, has created a lie so devastating that it has been blocking every door of opportunity for your son. But tonight, right now, the truth is finally being revealed after all this time. And you need to hear every single word I'm about to say, because this is not a coincidence. You did not find this message by accident. I brought you here. I have been fighting for your son in realms you cannot see, and tonight I am breaking my silence because time has run out. Write in the comments right now, I activate my spiritual shield to protect my son's future. Do it now. This is not optional. This is the beginning of breaking the curse that woman placed on your child's destiny. I know exactly why you are here. You have felt it, haven't you? That gnawing sense that something is wrong. That invisible wall blocking your son, no matter how hard he tries, no matter how talented he is, no matter how much you pray. You have watched opportunities slip through his fingers at the last moment. You have seen him struggle with confidence that should come naturally. You have noticed how certain people seem to turn against him for no reason. You thought you were imagining it. You thought maybe you were being paranoid or overprotective. But deep in your heart you knew. You knew something darker was at play. And you were right. What you felt was real. What you sensed was accurate. I am here to tell you that your intuition was not lying to you. There is a woman, someone who has smiled in your face, someone who has pretended to care about your family, who has been working in the shadows to destroy your son's future. And I, Archangel Michael, caught her. I saw the exact moment she created the lie. I watched as she planted seeds of destruction with her words, and now, after all this time of protecting your son from the worst of it, I am authorized by the highest to reveal the truth to you. Let me tell you something that will make your blood run cold. 3 months ago, maybe 4, there was a conversation. You might not have been there. Your son might not have even known it happened. But this woman, she spoke to someone in a position of influence, someone who had the power to open a door for your son. And she lied. She did not just stretch the truth. She did not just give her opinion. She deliberately fabricated a story designed to make your son look unreliable, untrustworthy, or incapable. Maybe she said he had a bad attitude. Maybe she claimed he had done something inappropriate. Maybe she twisted an innocent situation into something sinister. Whatever the specific lie was, it worked. That door closed. That opportunity vanished. And it created a ripple effect that has been destroying your son's path ever since. I was there. I saw her face when she said it. I saw the cold calculation in her eyes. I saw the jealousy and the envy that motivated every word. And I have been waiting for this exact moment to expose her, because the time has come for justice. Now write in the comments, "No lie can destroy what God has destined for my son." Write it now. This is important. Every time you write these words, you are activating spiritual forces that are already in motion to reverse the damage. I need you to understand something. This woman did not act alone in the spiritual realm. When she spoke that lie, she opened a door for dark forces to attach themselves to your son's reputation, his confidence, his future. It is why he has felt so heavy. It is why he has struggled with thoughts that are not his own. It is why he wakes up at 3 in the morning, feeling anxious about things that should not worry him. The lie created a spiritual blockage, and that blockage has been feeding on itself, growing stronger every day. But here is what she did not count on. She did not count on me. She did not know that I have been assigned to your family. She did not realize that I have been documenting every attack, every scheme, every moment of sabotage. And she certainly did not expect that I would be given permission to reveal everything tonight. Let me tell you about the battles I have fought for your son that you know nothing about. That night 2 months ago, when he almost gave up completely, when he sat alone in his room and the darkness whispered that he should just quit, that he would never succeed, that he was worthless. I was there. I stood between him and those voices. I pushed back the despair that was trying to consume him. You thought he just had a bad night, but if I had not intervened, you would have lost him to hopelessness. That interview he went to 3 weeks ago that seemed to go so well, but then he never heard back. The person conducting the interview had already been influenced by rumors, by whispers, by the lie that woman spread. But I made sure he walked out of there with his dignity intact. I made sure the rejection did not crush his spirit the way it was designed to. And that argument you had with him last week, the one that seemed to come out of nowhere, where suddenly both of you were saying things you did not mean, that was not random. That was a calculated attack designed to create division in your home, to isolate him, to make him feel like even his own family did not understand him. But I softened the blow. I made sure the words did not cut as deep as they were intended to. I turned what should have been a devastating fracture into something you could repair. Do you see now? Do you understand? I have been fighting for your son every single day. But there is only so much I can do when the root lie remains unaddressed. And that is why tonight is so critical. Tonight is when we pull that lie out by the roots and destroy it forever. Write in the comments, Archangel Michael is exposing every lie spoken against my son. Do it now. Here is what you need to know about this woman. She's still in your life. You still see her. You might even still trust her. She might be a family member. She might be a friend you have known for years. She might be someone at your church, someone in your community, someone who has done favors for you in the past. And that is exactly why her betrayal is so devastating. She knows you. She knows your son. She knows your family's vulnerabilities. And she has used that knowledge as a weapon. I'm going to tell you how to identify her, but you need to be strong for what I am about to reveal. Pay attention to who asks too many questions about your son, who always seems curious about his plans, his opportunities, his struggles. Pay attention to who offers advice that sounds helpful, but always seems to lead your son in the wrong direction. Pay attention to who speaks negatively about your son's dreams, disguising it as realism or concern. Pay attention to who has been strangely absent during your family's hardest moments, but always reappears when things start to improve. And pay very close attention to who cannot seem to celebrate your son's victories, no matter how small. One of these descriptions just made you think of someone specific. I know it did. You felt it in your chest. You might have even said her name in your mind just now. That is not a coincidence. That is confirmation. That is me showing you what you have been too kind, too trusting, too loyal to see on your own. She has been hiding in plain sight, and the reason you have not confronted her is because part of you did not want to believe that someone you cared about could be capable of such cruelty. But I need you to face the truth now. I need you to see her clearly, because until you do, the lie will continue to have power. Now let me tell you what is about to happen. In the next 72 hours, 3 things are going to occur. First, you are going to receive confirmation of who this woman is. It might come through a conversation you overhear. It might come through someone else finally telling you what they have known but were afraid to say. It might come through a dream where I show you her face clearly, but you will know. There will be no doubt. Second, an opportunity is going to present itself to your son. It will seem to come out of nowhere. It will feel too good to be true, but it is not. It is the door that should have opened months ago, finally opening because the spiritual blockage is being removed. And third, this woman is going to reveal herself. She is going to say something or do something that exposes her true nature. You will see the mask slip, and when it does, you will understand everything. Write in the comments, I receive the truth and the breakthrough coming in the next 72 hours. Write it now. But I need to warn you about something. When the truth is revealed, you are going to feel anger. You are going to feel betrayed. You are going to want to confront her immediately. And I am telling you right now, do not do it. Not yet. Because if you confront her in anger, you will give her the opportunity to twist the narrative again, to play the victim, to make you look like the unreasonable one. Instead, I need you to be strategic. I need you to be wise. When you receive the confirmation of who she is, I want you to pull back from her quietly. Do not announce it. Do not make a scene. Just create distance. Stop sharing information about your son with her. Stop inviting her into your family's private matters. And most importantly, start speaking blessings over your son out loud every single day, because your words have power and they will counteract the poison of her lies. Here is what most people do not understand about spiritual warfare. It is not always dramatic. It is not always loud. Sometimes the most powerful battles are fought in silence, in secret, in the invisible realm where words and intentions create reality. That woman spoke words of destruction over your son. Those words created a spiritual atmosphere around him. And now you need to create a new atmosphere with your words. Every morning when your son wakes up, I want you to say out loud, even if he is not in the room, even if he cannot hear you, my son is blessed. My son is protected. My son is destined for greatness. Every door that was closed by lies is now opening by truth. Every opportunity that was stolen is now being restored. Every attack against his future is now being reversed. Say it every single day. Say it with conviction. Say it even when circumstances look the opposite, because you are not speaking to circumstances. You are speaking to the spiritual realm, and I am listening, and I am moving on every word you declare. Write in the comments, I speak blessings over my son's future starting today. Do it now. Let me tell you about the spiritual document that exists with your son's name on it. In the heavenly realms, there is a record of everything that was destined for him before he was even born. Every gift, every talent, every opportunity, every relationship, every victory. It is all written down. And when that woman spoke her lie, she did not erase what was written. She could not. No human has that power. But what she did do was create interference. She created static. She created a delay. It is like when you are trying to tune into a radio station and there is noise blocking the signal. The station is still broadcasting, the music is still playing, but you cannot hear it clearly because of the interference. That is what has been happening to your son. His destiny is still there. His future is still intact. But the interference has been blocking him from walking into it fully. And tonight, right now, as you are hearing these words, I am removing that interference. I am clearing the signal. I am making sure that everything written in that spiritual document is about to manifest in his physical reality. But here is what you need to understand. The enemy knows this too. The enemy knows that once the interference is removed, your son is going to step into a level of favor and success that will be undeniable. And so in these next few days, there is going to be one final push to stop it. You might notice increased conflict in your home. You might notice your son feeling unusually discouraged. You might notice financial pressure or unexpected problems arising. Do not panic. This is not a sign that things are getting worse. This is a sign that the enemy is desperate because he knows he is about to lose. When you see these things happen, I want you to recognize them for what they are, the last gasps of a defeated foe. And I want you to stand firm. Do not give in to fear. Do not give in to doubt. Do not let the temporary chaos make you forget what I've told you tonight. Now write in the comments, I stand firm against every final attack because my son's victory is guaranteed. Write it now. I want to talk to you about something that has been weighing on your heart. You have been blaming yourself, haven't you? You have been wondering if you did something wrong as a parent. You have been questioning your decisions, your guidance, your protection of your son. You have been lying awake at night thinking about all the ways you could have done better, should have done better. And I am here to tell you, stop. Stop carrying guilt that does not belong to you. You did not fail your son. You did not cause this. You could not have prevented that woman from lying. You could not have stopped the spiritual attack that followed. What you could do, and what you have done, is love your son fiercely. You have prayed for him even when you did not know exactly what you were praying against. You have stood by him even when you did not fully understand what he was going through. You have believed in him even when the world seemed to be telling you that you were foolish to do so. And that faith, that loyalty, that unconditional love is exactly what has kept him alive spiritually until this moment. Do you understand? Your love has been a shield, your prayers have been a weapon, and everything you have done in the darkness, not knowing if it was making a difference, has been building up to this moment of breakthrough. I saw you that night 3 weeks ago when you cried in the bathroom because you felt so helpless watching your son struggle. I saw you get on your knees and beg God to intervene. I saw you whisper through your tears, "I do not know what to do anymore, but I trust you." And that prayer, that surrender, that moment of raw honesty before heaven is what triggered my assignment to reveal the truth to you tonight. You thought your prayer was weak. You thought your faith was failing, but it was the opposite. It was the most powerful thing you could have done. Because you stopped trying to fix it in your own strength and you invited divine intervention. And here I am. This is the answer to that prayer. Write in the comments, "My prayers have been heard and heaven is responding." Do it now. Let me tell you what is going to happen in the next 7 days. Within 7 days, your son is going to have a conversation that changes everything. It might be with someone he has never met before. It might be with someone from his past who suddenly reaches out. But in that conversation, something is going to click. He's going to receive information, an opportunity, or a perspective that shifts his entire trajectory. And when it happens, you need to recognize it as the hand of God moving. Do not dismiss it as luck. Do not chalk it up to coincidence. Acknowledge it for what it is, divine orchestration. Within 14 days, you are going to see a change in your son's countenance. The heaviness that has been on him is going to lift. You are going to see him smile more easily. You are going to hear him laugh in a way you have not heard in months. You are going to notice that he sleeps better, that he has more energy, that he seems lighter. That is because the spiritual oppression is being removed. That is because the lie is losing its power. Within 30 days, a door is going to open that everyone said was impossible. It might be a job offer. It might be an acceptance letter. It might be a relationship that forms. It might be a financial breakthrough, but it is going to be something that makes you say, "Only God could have done this." And you will be right. And within 40 days, your son is going to come to you and tell you something that makes you cry tears of joy. He's going to share a realization, a victory, or a testimony that confirms everything I have told you tonight was true. But here is the critical part. In order for these things to manifest in the physical realm, you need to do your part in the spiritual realm. I am not talking about complicated rituals. I am not talking about things that require money or special knowledge. I am talking about simple, powerful acts of faith that align you with what heaven is already doing. So listen carefully to these 7 instructions. First, tonight before you go to sleep, I want you to pray specifically for the truth to be revealed. Say out loud, "Archangel Michael, reveal to me the identity of the woman who lied about my son. Show me clearly so that I can protect my family." Say it 3 times. Second, For the next 7 days, I want you to place a glass of water on your nightstand before you sleep. Water is a conductor of spiritual energy. It will help you receive the dreams and visions I need to send you. Third, every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you do anything else, I want you to say thank you out loud. Thank you for the truth being revealed. Thank you for my son's breakthrough. Thank you for divine protection over my family. Gratitude activates blessings. Fourth, I need you to have a conversation with your son in the next 48 hours. You do not need to tell him everything I have told you, but I need you to look him in the eyes and say, I believe in you. I am proud of you. Your future is brighter than you know. He needs to hear that from you right now. Fifth, there is someone you have been meaning to forgive, but you have been holding on to the hurt. I need you to release it. Unforgiveness creates openings for the enemy. Let it go. Sixth, pay attention to the numbers you see in the next 72 hours. If you keep seeing sevens, that is me confirming that everything I have said is true. If you keep seeing threes, that is a sign of divine alignment and completion. If you keep seeing ones, that is a sign of new beginnings. Do not ignore these signs. Seventh, I need you to protect your son's name with your words. If someone tries to speak negatively about him in your presence, shut it down immediately. Do not let anyone add to the lies that have already been spoken. Your voice has authority. Use it. Write in the comments, I commit to following all 7 instructions to activate my son's breakthrough. Write it now. Now we are going to pray together. And I need you to pray this out loud, even if you are alone, even if you feel silly. Your voice carries power, so repeat after me in your heart and out loud if you can. Heavenly Father, I come before you in the name of Jesus Christ. I thank you for Archangel Michael and for this message tonight. I receive the truth that is being revealed. I ask that you expose every lie that has been spoken against my son. Bring it into the light. Let nothing remain hidden. I break every curse, every hex, every evil word that has been sent against my child. I declare that no weapon formed against him shall prosper. I declare that every tongue that rises against him in judgment is condemned. I speak life over my son. I speak favor over my son. I speak open doors over my son. I speak divine connections over my son. I speak clarity and confidence over my son. I speak protection over my son's mind, his heart, his spirit, his future. I ask that you surround him with your angels. I ask that you give him dreams and visions that encourage him. I ask that you bring the right people into his path and remove the wrong people from his life. I forgive the woman who lied about him. I release her to your judgment. I will not carry bitterness. I will not seek revenge. I trust that you will handle it in your way and in your timing. I ask for wisdom to know how to navigate the next 72 hours. I ask for discernment to recognize the signs you are sending. I ask for strength to stand firm when the final attacks come. I thank you that my son's breakthrough is not just coming, it is already here. I thank you that the interference has been removed. I thank you that everything written in his spiritual document is about to manifest. I receive it by faith. I declare it by faith. I stand on it by faith. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, amen. Write in the comments, I have prayed Archangel Michael's prayer, and I receive my son's breakthrough. Do it now. Now I need to tell you something that is going to sound strange, but I need you to trust me. In the next 24 hours, you are going to have a moment where you doubt everything I have told you tonight. You're going to think, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am reading too much into this. Maybe that woman is not really the problem. That doubt is not coming from you. That is a last-ditch effort by the enemy to make you dismiss this message and go back to sleep spiritually. When that doubt comes, and it will come, I need you to remember this exact moment right now. Remember how you felt when you first started reading this message. Remember the confirmation you felt in your spirit. Remember the specific person who came to mind when I described the woman. Do not let the doubt win. Do not let the enemy steal what has been planted in your heart tonight. This is real. This is not a coincidence. This is not your imagination. This is divine intervention. And you need to hold on to that truth, no matter what. Let me also tell you what is going to happen with that woman once the truth is fully exposed. She is going to face consequences. I am not talking about you taking revenge. I am talking about the natural law of sowing and reaping. She sowed lies, and she is going to reap the fruit of those lies. You are going to watch as things start to fall apart in her life. You are going to see her lose credibility. You are going to see her relationships deteriorate. You are going to see her experience the same kind of blockages and closed doors that she tried to create for your son. And when you see it happening, I do not want you to gloat. I do not want you to celebrate her downfall. I want you to feel compassion. I want you to pray for her. Because hurt people, and whatever is broken inside of her that made her capable of such cruelty, that brokenness is its own punishment. Your job is not to add to her suffering. Your job is to focus on your son's restoration. Write in the comments, I choose forgiveness and I focus on my son's restoration. Do it now. Here is something else I need you to understand. This situation with your son is not just about him. It is about you too. You are being trained in spiritual warfare. You are being taught how to fight battles that you cannot see with weapons that are not physical. You are being positioned as a protector not just for your son, but for others in your family, in your community, who will face similar attacks in the future. What you are learning right now, what you are walking through right now, is going to become a testimony that sets other people free. So do not waste this pain. Do not let this season be for nothing. Pay attention, take notes, remember how God moved, remember what worked, remember what I taught you, because you are going to need this wisdom again, and others are going to need you to share it with them. I also want to address something that some of you are feeling right now. Some of you are thinking, but my son is not perfect. He has made mistakes. Maybe he does not deserve this breakthrough. Let me be very clear. This is not about what your son deserves. None of us deserve the grace of God. None of us deserve divine intervention, but God does not move based on our merit. He moves based on His love, and He loves your son. He has a plan for your son, and that plan does not get cancelled because of mistakes or failures or immaturity. So stop disqualifying your son in your mind. Stop agreeing with the lies that say he is not good enough. Stop partnering with the enemy's narrative. Your son is chosen. Your son is called. Your son is covered. And his past does not determine his future. Write in the comments, my son is chosen, called, and covered by God. Write it now. Let me tell you what I see when I look at your son. I see a young man who has been through hell and is still standing. I see a warrior who has fought battles that no one knows about and has refused to give up. I see someone who has been knocked down repeatedly and has gotten back up every single time. I see resilience. I see strength. I see potential that has not even begun to be tapped into yet. I see a future so bright that it terrifies the enemy, which is exactly why the attacks have been so relentless. The enemy does not waste time on people who do not matter. He does not invest energy in destroying people who have no purpose. The very fact that your son has been targeted this intensely is proof that he is a threat to the kingdom of darkness, and that should encourage you. That should give you hope. Because it means that what is inside your son, what is destined for your son, is powerful enough to change lives, to shift atmospheres, to make a difference in this world. Now I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine your son 6 months from now. Imagine him walking in confidence. Imagine him thriving in a career or a calling that fits him perfectly. Imagine him surrounded by people who celebrate him, who support him, who see his value. Imagine him smiling, laughing, at peace. Imagine him telling you, "Mom, Dad, I do not know what happened, but everything changed." It is like a weight was lifted and suddenly everything started falling into place. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That is not fantasy. That is prophecy. That is what is coming. And it starts tonight. It starts with you receiving this message. It starts with you making the decision to believe, to fight, to stand, to declare, to pray, to act. It starts right now. Write in the comments, "I see my son's breakthrough and I receive it by faith." Do it now. Before I close, I need to give you one more warning. In the next few days, that woman might reach out to you. She might call you. She might text you. She might show up at your door. And she is going to act like everything is normal. She is going to smile. She is going to ask how you are doing. She is going to inquire about your son. And every instinct in you is going to want to confront her, to accuse her, to demand answers. Do not do it. Not yet. Remember what I said. Be strategic. Be wise. When she reaches out, be polite but distant. Do not share any new information. Do not give her any ammunition. And definitely do not let her know that you are onto her. Because if she knows that you know, she will go into defense mode and she will try to do damage control, which means she will spread more lies to cover up the original lie. So keep your cards close to your chest. Smile, nod, and say as little as possible. Your time to address it will come, but it is not now. I also need to tell you that some people in your life are not going to understand what you are going through. They are not going to believe you when you try to explain the spiritual dynamics at play. They are going to think you are being dramatic or paranoid. And that is okay. You do not need everyone to understand. You do not need everyone to validate your experience. You just need to know the truth. And you do, so do not waste your energy trying to convince people who are not spiritually awake enough to see what you see. Focus on what matters. Focus on your son. Focus on the breakthrough. Focus on following the instructions I have given you. Let the results speak for themselves. Write in the comments, "I do not need everyone to understand because I know the truth." Write it now. Here is my final word to you tonight. You are not alone. I know it has felt lonely. I know it has felt like you are the only one fighting for your son. I know it has felt like no one else sees what you see or cares the way you care. But you are not alone. I am with you. The armies of heaven are with you, and most importantly, God Himself is with you. He sees every tear you have cried. He hears every prayer you have whispered. He knows every sleepless night you have endured. And He is moving on your behalf. The breakthrough is not just coming, it is here. The truth is not just going to be revealed, it is being revealed right now. The lie is not just going to be destroyed, it is being destroyed as you read these words. So lift your head. Straighten your shoulders, take a deep breath, and get ready, because everything is about to change for your son. And you are going to look back on this night as the turning point. This is the moment when the tide turned. This is the moment when the enemy's plan was exposed and dismantled. This is the moment when heaven invaded earth on behalf of your family. And you were here. You heard the message, you received the truth, and now you are going to walk in the victory that has already been won. Write in the comments, "This is my son's turning point and I receive the victory." Write it now. And then I want you to do one more thing. I want you to share in the comments your personal story. Tell me about your son. Tell me what he has been going through. Tell me how you have been feeling. Tell me what you are believing for. Because when you write it out, when you declare it publicly, you are making a spiritual statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. You are saying, this is where it ends. This is where the breakthrough begins. So do not hold back. Write it out. Let your faith be seen. Let your declaration be heard, and watch what God does in response. I, Archangel Michael, have spoken, and my words do not return void. Everything I have told you tonight will come to pass. Mark this day, remember this moment, and get ready to testify about the goodness of God and the faithfulness of heaven. Your son's future is secure. The lie has been caught, the truth is being revealed, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has set in motion. Amen.